that didn't sit well with me because I wanted to win. And I wanted to be that guy at the plate, and I think I had proven myself from an offensive standpoint that I could deal with those situations. And not given that opportunity, you know, it was very frustrating for me.
By the time Joe was finished, were you two okay?
Oh yeah, we're fine. I mean, it's all part of being competitive, and I think Joe realized that, having been a player, it was just one of those moments that when you're competing, it's tough to deal with when somebody says, "Well, I don't have enough confidence in you, and I'm going to let somebody else do it." And I didn't feel that at that time that my skill and talent had deteriorated to the point that I wasn't going to be effective at the plate as I had been. Getting back to respecting the game, I think that I had proven to that point that I respected the game to the point that I was not going to be a guy that was hanging on. I think that anybody that ever knew me knew that I respected the game so much to the point that I was not going to be out there to where you had to push me around in a wheelchair and, you know, if I couldn't get to this ball here or that. Now, at 35, I wasn't going to be the same player or cover as much ground as I did as I was 25. I understand that, and I wasn't going to be able to play 160 games at 35, but certainly I could play anywhere from 40 to 50 games and still be effective enough to help this team win. And so I thought I had proven that I respected the game enough to where I would not disrespect it by going out there and being subpar.
So then walk me through the Tony La Russa situation. There's no way you can sit here and I don't ask you about that.
Well,
just to set it up, he shows up in 1996, you're 41.
Yeah.
They make a deal for a young shortstop, Royce Clayton, and now you and Royce are there together. You've got the great Ozzie Smith who's going to go in the Hall of Fame, and then this kid who's a really good young player, and a new manager.
He said the best player is going to play.
Between you and Royce?
Between me and Royce. He said, the guy that plays the best is going to be the player. I said, well, Tony, I said, I got no problem with that. And so going into spring training, I had a better spring.
Than Royce?
Than Royce. And I think I pulled a hamstring or something in one of the last exhibition games that we played. And that was really kind of the opening for allowing Royce to be the opening day shortstop. And that story kind of went on forever and stuff. But, you know, when I realized that this could get really, really ugly, and I didn't want, here again, I respected the game enough, I knew that it was time for me to move on. And so I announced my retirement. It was an unfortunate time because everybody would like to finish it the way that they want to finish it.
Sure.
And I certainly wanted to finish differently than it did, but it was what it was. And so I put it behind me, and it's just one of those incidents that happened.
2,460 hits. That's how many the all-glove, no-bat Osborne Earl Smith ended with in the big leagues. That's more than Mickey Mantle. That's more than Joe DiMaggio. 2,460 hits for a guy who had to make himself into a big league hitter. Now, that was a mountain that you climbed.
Let me say this here, Joe. And I talked about this earlier. When you're playing every day and you're doing your thing, statistics don't really mean anything.